The Battle of Iwo Jima took place in Japan. It was a major battle in which the United States and Japan fought. The goal was to establish a base in Japan. When the U.S. Marines landed on February 19, 1949, they were not used to the terrain in which they would have to battle on. This is also the battle in which the infamous raising of the flag picture was taken. The Japanese Imperial Army made their base underground in a network of caves. Although the caves made the battle much more difficult to fight in the cave systems, the Americans took Iwo Jima in about 3 weeks. The battle left 17,400 people wounded and 5,900 dead. The Japanese were left with about 21,000 dead after the fighting of Iwo Jima ended.
The Battle of Iwo Jima took place in the Asian Theater, also called the Asian Front. This Asian theater dealt with Japan wanting to rule. Japan was ruled by an emperor by the name of Hirohito. Japan was trying to build an empire. They did this by the Greater East Asia Co-Prosperity Sphere. This was Japan's plan to make Asia for Asians. This would be ruled by Japan. Japan was looking for manifest destiny throughout Asia. Japan was involved in the Tripartite Act. This was an alliance of the main Axis powers. The main Axis powers which were involved in the pact were Japan, Italy, and Germany.
The P-40, also called the Warhawk, is a single-engine, single-seated, all-metal fighter bomb plane used to destroy bridges and crew as well as people in general. The P-40 had an Allison V-1710-39 liquid-cooled V-12 engine that was very reliable for the fights it took on, with 1,150 horsepower on take-off, 1,350 horsepower at max war emergency setting. It weighed 6,350 pounds, empty 8,280 pounds takeoff, and up to 8,810 pounds in combat. It had a wingspan of 37.33 feet, length of 31.67 feet, and a height of 12.33 feet. Propeller diameters were 11.6. It had 6 times 50 caliber M2 machine guns.
200 to 1,000 lb bombs up to a total of 2,000 lbs. Its maximum speed was 360 miles per hour. Its cruising speed was 270 miles per hour. The plane's range was 650 miles, and the highest it could fly was 29,000 feet. This plane was mostly used by the Americans and British armies. The first time it flew was 1938, and 5 prototypes were made before the final product. About 13,000 were made. The P-40 was a cheap fighter plane to build. This is why it was made to bulk and had high demand. The plane had nose art to display enemies from families. Terminated production in 1944, lead to the end of the P-40.